If you're over 65 and you've noticed subtle changes in your body or mind that you've been brushing aside, these 7 signs deserve your honest attention. Ignoring them could quietly rob you of the independence and peace you've worked so hard to protect. Many of us reach this season of life carrying a quiet strength. We have raised families, built careers, and faced losses with dignity. Yet somewhere along the way, we learned to downplay the small signals our bodies send. We tell ourselves, it's just age, just a bad night, just a passing mood. There is wisdom in acceptance, but there is also wisdom in gentle vigilance. The difference between the two can shape how long we hold on to the life we cherish. Some mornings you wake up and the weariness feels heavier than the years themselves. You rest, perhaps even sleep longer than usual, yet the deep fatigue lingers like a shadow that refuses to lift. This is not the pleasant tiredness after a full day of gardening or visiting grandchildren. This is an exhaustion that sits in your bones and makes simple tasks feel uphill. Many of us have known this kind of fatigue. We might blame it on the weather, on poor sleep, or simply on getting older. And yes, energy does shift with time. But when the tiredness becomes constant and rest brings little relief, it can point toward changes deeper within, perhaps in the heart's steady rhythm, the lungs' quiet capacity, or the body's ability to turn food into lasting energy. It is the body's patient way of asking for attention before louder troubles arrive. Think of the friend who once walked the neighborhood every evening and now finds herself short of breath after just one block. Or the gentleman who loved tinkering in his workshop, but now needs to sit down after 10 minutes of familiar work. These are not signs of weakness or failure. They are messages worth hearing with kindness toward ourselves. Speaking openly with a doctor about this kind of lasting fatigue is not giving in. It is choosing to remain active and present for the people and moments that still bring meaning to our days. From this deep tiredness, another sign often emerges that touches something even more personal, the way our minds move through ordinary moments. You stand in the kitchen, staring at the open cabinet, unable to remember why you opened it in the first place. The name of a neighbor you have known for 20 years suddenly slips away mid-conversation. You read the same paragraph twice and still feel uncertain about what it said. These moments can arrive without warning and leave a quiet unease in their wake. For many of us, occasional memory lapses are simply part of the landscape of later life. We laugh them off and call them senior moments. Yet when these instances become more frequent, when they begin to interfere with familiar routines or cause real worry, they invite us to pause and reflect with care. The brain, like every other part of us, changes gradually over decades. Blood flow, nerve connections, and everyday inflammation can all play their gentle roles. The emotional weight here runs deep. There is a profound dignity in being able to manage our own affairs, remember our stories, and stay fully connected to the people we love. Noticing these shifts early creates space for calm conversations with family and healthcare professionals. Those conversations can bring reassurance, clarity, or gentle support before small changes grow larger. It is not about fear. It is about preserving the clear mind that allows us to continue telling our own story in our own words for as long as possible. As we move from the inner world of memory and thought, we come to the outer world of movement, where another important sign often reveals itself without fanfare. One day you reach for the handrail on the stairs a little sooner than you once did. Your step feels less sure on an uneven sidewalk. A grandchild offers a hand you would have waved away with a smile just a few years ago. These small changes in balance and strength can feel humbling. They whisper that the body may now need extra care to keep us safe and mobile. Sudden or gradual shifts in how we walk, stand, or maintain our balance often reflect changes in muscles, joints, the inner ear's delicate signals, or the nerves that carry messages from brain to legs. A single fall can reshape everything in an instant. It can fracture confidence as much as it fractures bone. Many seniors who once moved through their days with quiet independence begin to hesitate, stay closer to home, and slowly step back from activities that once brought them joy and purpose. There is no shame in acknowledging these changes. Strength and steadiness are not measures of our worth as people, but they are quiet gateways to freedom. Gentle awareness here opens the door to thoughtful adjustments, steadier shoes, better lighting at night, or simple movements that honor where we stand today. Protecting our ability to move safely is one of the deepest ways we can care for our future selves and remain part of the world we still wish to enjoy. Two more signs frequently appear together, each carrying its own quiet emotional weight. Some days the ache in your back, hips, or knees refuses to quiet, even when you have done nothing out of the ordinary. It follows you from morning coffee through evening reading, slowly coloring ordinary hours with discomfort. At the same time, you notice your clothes fitting differently. The scale shows numbers moving in directions you did not expect, weight dropping away without effort, or creeping upward despite no real change in eating or activity. Persistent pain that disrupts sleep or daily pleasures is more than a simple annoyance. It can quietly wear down patience, mood, and the desire to stay engaged with life. Unexplained weight changes add another layer of concern. Losing weight without trying can suggest the body is working harder than it should, or that something is quietly interfering with nourishment. Gaining weight unexpectedly may reflect slower metabolism, fluid retention, or other internal shifts that deserve gentle attention rather than silent endurance. These two signs together can make everyday living feel heavier. They test our resilience and sometimes our sense of control. Yet facing them with honesty rather than denial is an act of self-respect. It allows us to explore practical ways to ease discomfort and understand what the body is trying to communicate. In doing so, we protect not only our physical comfort, but also the emotional peace that makes these later years meaningful. Finally, we come to the last two signs, which often speak directly to the heart and the quiet rhythms of daily rest. You begin to pull away from gatherings you once looked forward to. Phone calls feel like effort. The laughter of old friends no longer reaches you the way it used to. At night, sleep becomes restless. You lie awake for hours or wake repeatedly, never feeling truly restored. These changes in mood and sleep can settle in so gradually that we barely notice them at first. Growing social withdrawal and persistent low mood are more common than many realize in later life. They can stem from physical changes, losses we have not fully grieved, or the slow accumulation of small disappointments. Poor sleep only deepens the cycle, leaving us less resilient and more isolated. Together, these signs can dim the light that once made life feel rich and connected. Yet even here there is room for gentle hope. Recognizing these patterns is not admitting defeat. It is the first step toward rebuilding connection and restoring restful nights. Reaching out to a trusted doctor, counselor, or even a longtime friend can open pathways to support that honor our dignity and emotional needs. Maintaining human connection and peaceful sleep are not luxuries in these years. They are essential threads that help us hold on to the sense of purpose and belonging we have earned. These 7 signs, persistent fatigue, changes in memory and thinking, shifts in balance and strength, ongoing pain, unexplained weight changes, emotional withdrawal, and troubled sleep, do not arrive with drama or announcement. They whisper, and in their whispering they ask us to listen with the same wisdom and care we have shown others throughout our lives. Listening does not mean living in fear. It means refusing to let small changes quietly steal the independence, dignity, and peace we still deserve. By paying attention with calm hearts and open eyes, We give ourselves the best chance to continue living these years on our own terms, surrounded by the people we love, engaged with the world that still matters, and at peace with the life we have built. That quiet attention may be one of the most loving gifts we can offer ourselves in this season of life.